This video is to show how earned value can be easily understood. There are a lot of columns behind earned value, calculations of costs, and this demonstration takes the practice file previously created into the world of earned value. Initially, the project must have a baseline, so we've set up our resources, our tasks and our assignments, costs, and we're going to set a baseline as standard. And then with earned value, we're just going to check that percentage complete will be used within earned value and also which baseline. The defaults are okay, but it is worth just showing this to delegates. So in File Options on the Advanced tab, all the way down to the very bottom almost, here it says the default task earned value method is percentage complete, and which baseline are you going to be analysing it against in case you have multiple. If you haven't come across physical percentage complete, it has no connections at all to the percentage icons for like 100% and 50% or even percentage complete. It is a manual entry field where we would manually type whatever percentage we wanted in. So I'm going to stick with the standard percentage complete. So now the plan has a baseline. Now the plan has the earned value settings checked. What we'll do is just jump into the table, which is earned value. And initially you'll see here the sets of values coming forward. And at the moment, as the project thinks it's sort of day one, there are some values showing different settings in the scheduled variance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the computer to go forward a week and imitate the fact that it's next Monday. And using current date rather than status date, both could theoretically be used, but I prefer current date. What I'm going to say now is the painting of the room is 100% complete on time as expected to be delivered. So the planned value, the budgeted cost of the work scheduled was 1,400, and as everything was completed on time, the earned value, the budgeted cost of work performed, is also 1,400, and then the actual cost of work performed is 1,400. This leaves a variance of 0. The estimated at completion has come through correct. The baseline at completion has come through, and the variance should show 0. Now what I'd like to do is imitate the fact that the painting of the room wasn't complete, and let's assume, say, only 50% complete as of next week when we were checking to see had it been completed. Now you can see as it's only 50% complete, we've got some variances. The scheduled variance, where we should have been based on today, is £700 short. Now, unlike the rest of project, earned value does not show change highlighting. So you have to try and keep an eye on which columns are changing. What I'm going to do is add another column into all of this called SPI. And SPI in our books can be demonstrated as like a smiley face or a sad face. When this is 1 or potentially greater than 1, we're on track or ahead. When it's less than 1, we're behind. So a negative scheduled variance does reflect on the SPI, and you could put the two columns next to each other to indicate this. So I'm going to assume again that the painting of the room was complete. Okay. And you can see again what it's done is it's changed the scheduled variance back to 0. Everything was paid on time, everything was completed on time, and the SPI has gone back to 1. And you can do pretty much the same with costs. So let's say, for argument's sake, there was an additional fixed cost that crept into this painting job. If I add the fixed cost column, and let's say, for argument's sake, that the painter reported he needed to buy £50 of extra goods. Now, instead of it being a scheduled variance, this is a cost variance. And what we can see here is we're £50 over. So it's a negative number because we're paying more. And again, you can see the actual cost has gone up compared to what we originally predicted in our baselines. And again, I've got the cost variance, and I could add the cost performance indicator, the CPI. And this has gone below 100, like the scheduled variance, and again can be represented graphically or as a percentage, etc. I'm going to assume now the other way around. Let's say the painter's reported that he's given us a refund due to money being saved on the project, and let's say he's knocked off £50 off the bill. The figures go the other way. And you can see again the cost performance indicator and the cost variance is now all in the positives. We're actually making money on what we originally estimated. In other words, what we estimated is less than what we're actually going to pay. And again, our CPI has gone above 100, or 1.04. So there's a demonstration of just trying to see the simplicity of how the variances do reflect actuals. It's worth experimenting also with things like actual finish date, maybe showing how it finished a day early or a day late. Again, watching the scheduled fields, not the cost fields. And that concludes this video.